Hi, my name is Jason Julius. Thanks for coming inside my website and checking things out. I want to talk to you about female orgasms. And I'm not talking about the small little moans and groans type female orgasm. I'm talking about her eyes rolling in the back of her head and her body shaking uncontrollably as she experiences a full body orgasm that all women are capable of achieving, but very few do. Now I'm going to start out by talking about the different types of orgasms a woman can have. Then I'm going to teach you a little bit about the GSpot. I'm even going to demonstrate a simple technique that you can use to give her a powerful GSpot orgasm. And then I'm also going to talk about female ejaculation or squirting orgasms, which are one of the most powerful orgasms a woman can ever have. So let's start out by talking about the different kinds of orgasms. Really, there's two basic kinds of orgasms a woman can have: a clitoral orgasm and a vaginal orgasm. A clitoral orgasm is the most common type of orgasm a woman experiences. It comes from direct stimulation of the clitoris, which is typically how a woman masturbates and experiences an orgasm during masturbation. It's also how we can give her a very powerful orgasm via oral sex when done correctly. Now, a woman's clitoris has as many nerve endings in the small little clit as a man's entire penis. So as you can imagine, this area of her body is very, very sensitive, and when you stimulate it correctly, you can give her a very, very strong orgasm. But the thing about clitoral orgasms is they're more of a localized type of orgasm and localized sensation, as women will describe them. They describe it as the feeling is more just local to the genitals, and it's not so much the full body experience that women can have from vaginal orgasms. The other thing about clitoral orgasms is that women are typically only able to have one orgasm. The reason for that is after a woman has a clitoral orgasm, her clitoris gets overly sensitive and sometimes almost sore, so it makes it hard for you to go back and continue to stimulate her and give her another orgasm, whereas vaginal orgasms you can have multiple. So let's talk about vaginal orgasms. Vaginal orgasm comes from direct stimulation to the inside of a woman's vagina via either the G-spot or the deep spot. Now, this is going to give her more of a full body type of experience. And as I mentioned before, with a vaginal orgasm, a woman's capable of having multiple orgasms. In fact, once you teach her how to have a vaginal orgasm, if she doesn't already know how, once you give her one, she'll become orgasmic and be able to have orgasm after orgasm after orgasm. And then vaginal orgasms also can lead to female ejaculation or squirting orgasms, which we're going to talk about in a little bit. Now, as powerful as feeling it is for a woman to have a vaginal orgasm, sadly only 20% of women have actually ever experienced a vaginal orgasm. That means 80% of women don't even know what it feels like to have a vaginal orgasm. And even more disturbing, 29% of women have never even had an orgasm at all, which is just mind-blowing to me because I can't even imagine having sex and not having an orgasm. But sadly, that's the reality for so many women, when every single woman is actually capable of multiple full-body orgasms. They just need to educate themselves. It's very important for you to educate yourself about female orgasms so you understand how to give them to your partner, or if you're a woman yourself, understand your own body to be able to achieve these type of full-body orgasms. Alright, so let's talk about the G-spot. And I'm going to teach you a basic G-spot technique and how you can stimulate it directly using your finger. But before we start, I just want to make a couple of points. Anytime you penetrate a woman with your finger to do a technique like I'm going to show you, make sure you always use plenty of lube. Even if you think she might be wet enough or things like that, we're going to be applying a lot of firm pressure. So it's always good to have a really good lubricant. I prefer to use grapeseed oil. I think it's a great lubricant. It feels very natural. It's very healthy for the inside of a woman's vagina and externally. It makes a great massage oil. It's just all around great. But it's not safe for condoms, so if you're going to be using condoms for intercourse afterwards, make sure you use a water-based lubricant, something like Astroglide, to add a little bit of lubrication. Secondly, I want to make the point of anytime that you penetrate a woman with your finger, make sure that you have your fingers well manicured, to the fact of cutting your fingernails very short, make sure there's no hangnails, and make sure there's no rough skin on your fingers that could be a little too rough on her insides, because That's usually a woman, when a woman won't allow her man to penetrate her with her fingers, or his fingers, it's generally because his hands are a little bit too rough.